Hey everybody, how you doing? So I'm waiting for my Apple Watch to charge up before going to bed. So I thought this was a really good opportunity to use ChatGPT. I figure if I'm going to play with it, if I'm going to utilize it more and test certain things, I might as well just go live with it. And honestly, what I'm going to do on this video is kind of come up with some meal plans. And really, I probably should be doing this for my other channel, but maybe this will be the test for it. So if you're not familiar with ChatGPT, there's so many different AI tools out there. But ChatGPT, it's free, the basic version, and there's a paid version as well. But it's an AI tool that can help you just be more creative. You can create resumes, documents. Really start to pull together YouTube scripts. You can create outlines. All kinds of really great things that you can do with it. But what we're going to talk about today is, can ChatGPT create some meal plans if I want to focus on the keto diet? And I have a few other things too. I have been doing the keto diet for a bit. I have a conference to go to the end of March, so you got to slim down from the holiday weight. So whatever weight loss plan that you want to do, or any kind of meal planning that you want to make, that's the thing. It's like, if you kind of take that out, like, what am I going to have for dinner today? What am I going to have for lunch today? If you can kind of plan that ahead, makes it even better. So we're just going to jump right over to, I believe that's the right one. Yeah. Oh, I can take that. I was doing a video earlier where I was showing my iPhone. So, yeah, right here, I'm on hold on a second. I'm on ChatGPT Plus. I've been using ChatGPT so much lately, the regular free version, but honestly, it can be a little slow at times, and there's some times where it's at high capacity. It's hard getting into it because you'll say, hey, we're at capacity, you can't get in. So I opted, at least right now, to pay for the Plus. I think it's $20 a month, but everything you get from an AI tool, it's super worth it. And the advantage for being on Plus is, I get priority for any new features that come out. That's really great, and I can get in and use it all the time. So if I want to do a live demo, that would really suck if I got on ChatGPT and it was like, oh, sorry, you can't get on at this time. But the default for ChatGPT Plus is the Turbo, which is optimized for speed, and currently available Plus. So the Plus, when I first started using the Plus, it started at the slow speed, the norm speed, and then I can put it on Turbo. But they just made it the default, so I like it. Should I change it to, you know what? Honestly, for this video, let's change it to light mode. Let's see if that works. Go on. There we go. Maybe that'll make it a little easier for everybody to view. So let's just start out with, and what I find is really easier for me to do is let's see, I have another light I could turn on. Hold on just a second. I did have to reboot the computer a couple times today, so there we go. All right, boom, light on. Okay, so we're just going to start with the basics. And the thing is that this AI tool, although it looks like quite a blank slate right now, it can give you as much detailed information as you ask it for. And what we're doing is we're basically prompting and chatting a little bit of what we're looking for. So the more we see as it gives us, we have the opportunity to just more refine and finesse what we're getting out of it. So whether you're using a Windows or a Mac, I use a Mac when I'm doing this. So I'll press F5 key because I'll use the dictation feature. Create a 7-day meal plan for the keto diet, covering breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we're going to do something really basic right now. And that makes it so much easier using the dictation feature. Another AI tool, obviously. Well, not AI. Anyways, so a very convenient tool, especially instead of having to type when you're live. So yeah, this looks pretty good so far, right? Wow, look at that stuff. Up. Day 6. It's just really, really kind of bland. I mean, not the menu isn't bland, but there's just not a whole lot of information. It just kind of dives in just a little bit. Let's see. Oops. Why am I trying to type? I just need to chat with it. So I typically will intermittent fast for the first part of the day, and my meals normally don't start till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I will stop eating by 7 p.m. Period. Create a meal plan focusing on 2 meals a day. I think my dictation tool stopped for a second. Let's see. Delete that. Focusing on. Oh my God, wait a second. That's all wrong. Okay, let's just stop. Okay, here we go. Blah, 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 blah. I'm live. All right, here we go. F5. I typically will intermittent fast for the first part of the day, period. Design a meal plan. I guess it just takes a while. I need to be more patient. That's what it was, because I saw it correcting itself. Okay, here we go. My eating window is between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. every day, period. Create a keto meal plan covering 2 meals to get a total of 1,800 calories, but break each meal down to the specific macros for keto, focusing on carbs, comma, proteins, comma, fats. There we go. Obviously, if you see it as I did that, it took a little while for the dictation tool to. So all right. So I'm doing. I typically will intermittent fast for the. There we go, for the first part of the day. My eating window is between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. a day. Create a keto meal plan covering 2 meals per day to get a total of 1,800 calories each. A total of 1,800 calories for the day. This is going to be some big meals. I don't have to do 2 meals a day. I could always break it down, but let's see. All right, for the day, meal down. Show the specific macros. I don't even remember what I had asked for. Show the specific macros for keto. All right, well, let's just gonna see what this turns out. I know that was a bit of a jumbled mess, but sure. Here's a 2 meal per day keto plan for intermittent fasting with an eating window between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. with the total calories of 1,800 per day. The macros for this meal focus on carbs, proteins, and fats in accordance with the keto diet. So meal 1 at 2 p.m., 3 eggs. I like that. That looks really good. I like how it's got the percentage of it's showing my macros. But honestly, the protein's pretty good. So the total, 35 grams of protein for meal 1. And then a total for meal 2 of 39 grams of protein. Okay, I can already see that 74.6 grams of protein is not enough for the day. And you see the daily total on there was 1179. So, hold on a second. Let's correct this here. Rewrite the meal plan. Come on. Rewrite the meal plan. I guess it has performance anxiety. So let's see. Rewrite the meal plan, including 3 meals per day, adding up to a total of 1,800 calories. Did I just do 18,000 calories? Yeah, I don't need to put on weight. All right, let's just try that, see what that gives us. But I love how, it's showing me. And the thing is that if you have to tailor your macros depending on what kind of keto diet that you're doing, typically what will happen is that you can also add this as a prompt as well. So if you have a specific, if you want to do heavier on fats, lower on protein, like you want high fat, high protein, but the fat higher than the protein, and then the carbs really low, you could do that. You could just adjust your percentages right around here. So, okay. All right. This looks about accurate. Probably need to bump up with the protein a little bit. And see, look, the fat's increased, and we've got 22 grams of carbs. Rewrite one second. What is the total net carbs? That's minus the fiber. The net. What is the what? Oh my gosh, I can't even type. What is the total net carbs for the day on this plan? Okay, so it did track. Okay, so that it did track the net carbs. So what I would want to do is I'd probably want to focus on having the net carbs. Probably, I don't know. Honestly, that's not too bad. So it just depends on how responsive you are to keto for that. But it definitely so it did that. That was pretty good. And see, that's the thing is with one of the benefits of ChatGPT, as you're chatting, as you keep prompting, as it starts growing and doing things and everything else, you'll realize that it starts to remember. It starts to remember what, if you ask, well, can you rewrite what you just did? It will. It knows what it just did. and you could say, let's see, what might be something on here? I'll just say I'm not. I'll just say I'm allergic to mushrooms. Rewrite meal plan. I am allergic to mushrooms. Boop. Let's see. So obviously it'll write like the same thing, except for when it gets to something with but I like that. Thinking about that, meal 1, 3 large eggs. Eggs are a really, really good source of everything, actually. Bacon. I have bacon. Avocado. When you're on the keto diet, you have a lot of avocado. I love cherry tomatoes, but I have to watch it because those are heavy in carbs. And cheddar cheese. I mean, cheese. You got to have cheddar cheese, or you have to have cheese when you're on keto. Although too much cheese, you have to watch that. Meal 2, 4 ounces of grilled chicken breast, 140 calories, 27 grams of protein. I like this. I like this. And where was the mushrooms were on meal 3? It was, meal 3 was 6 ounces of salmon, a cup of cauliflower rice, which is really good. I love that. A half cup of mushrooms. I do love mushrooms, actually. I'm not allergic. Butter and grated Parmesan cheese. That sounds really good. And I have salmon in the freezer. You know what? I can make that right now, minus the mushrooms. Yeah, I don't have Parmesan cheese, but I have some really good cheddar cheese. Wow. Yep, that'll work. So, okay, so what was that? Okay, so no. So it kept the salmon. It kept the cauliflower rice. It swapped out broccoli flowerets instead of the mushrooms and the butter and the cheese. So perfect. That worked out great. And at 1623 calories, that's not bad. And the protein, the macros are doing pretty good there. But there's ways that you could bring down the carbs. Like if you look and say 25 grams of net carbs for the whole day might bump me out of keto. Well, you can at least look through these and go like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that there's 3.1 grams of carbs in broccoli flowerets. But any kind of vegetable that you can get, just do it. Don't worry about the carbs. The green leafy vegetables, the cherry tomatoes you have to watch for every now and then. Cauliflower rice is good too. Don't worry about that. But if you had to pick, you wouldn't pull it from the avocado. So, honestly, it just is what it is. And you just have to measure. I guess if I were to kill anything, it would be the cherry tomatoes. And that would pump down my net carbs. But I'm not going to micromanage my macros too much. But this is a pretty good plan, honestly. And this looks kind of tasty. As a matter of fact, I'm enjoying that right now. So let's say I like this plan. Can you make... I can't talk. Can you make one for 7 days? Let's see how this cranks out. Day 1. Hey, and if you guys are watching this or watching the it afterwards, I appreciate. But this is a super fun tool. And the more you do it, the more you learn to refine it. And, it's just like when you're having a conversation with somebody and, they really don't know who you are and they're not going to be able to really tell you anything. So the more you tell them about yourself, the more you kind of define on what you're really asking for. ChatGPT is not a mind reader, guys. Meal 3, so God, it is just cranking on this thing. I got a whole, and so what we're gonna do after we finish cranking on this one, I'm gonna ask if it can generate a grocery list for this. Oh, continue. See, there we go. It just keeps on going. Nice. It's just cranking. Well, it's just going and going and going and going and going. Sorry. So I'm just going to stop it right there. Create a grocery list for the 7-day plan. There we go. So at least now, when I go shopping or when I go to Costco, I'll go get a lot of this. I typically only stick with cheddar cheese. I've got tons of avocado oil and olive oil. Those are staples. Himalayan sea salt for my salt, and then I have a pepper shaker or pepper mill. Sliced almonds, I have walnuts. So typically, I love almonds, but I really love walnuts and macadamia nuts. So typically, I'll throw walnuts in versus sliced almonds. Yeah, the produce. Okay. Avocado, cherry tomatoes, bell peppers, broccoli, cauliflower rice, zucchini, cucumbers, mixed onions. I typically always have everything except for zucchini and onions. So, but that's not that bad. And then definitely suggest a few more cheeses. Cheddar and Parmesan I typically will always have. Butter. I always have butter. And I'm not a ranch dressing fan, so I will just blue cheese dressing. I like that. And then the protein staples. Hey, that works. Eggs, bacon, chicken breast, chicken thighs, ground beef and salmon. I think the only thing I have to get at the store is ground beef. I've got plenty of all of the other stuff. So this is all doable. This is pretty good. And, so this will be something. So not only can you, hold on a second. Oh my gosh, I got to get back to the camera. So not only can you create create a meal plan for the day, but you can try and tailor it to the target calories you're trying to get for the meals or the day. And if you need to focus on specific macros, like if you're doing a keto diet, you could put those macros in and then it will tailor it. And then obviously, as you start saying, well, hey, I'm allergic to this and I prefer this over this, what do you suggest? It'll obviously come up with a 7-day meal plan. It'll probably come up with a 30-day meal plan if you ask for it. But if you put it into chunks, you could do a 7-day meal plan. And once you see the meal plan and you like it, you can copy, paste it into Word or Notes or whatever you want to do. And then you can have it make a grocery list for you. So that works out. Obviously, if you just start out with some of the basics, like, hey, give me a list of meal plans, it's just going to be as basic as can be. It's once you refine it and massage it and just really finesse the whole prompting piece, it becomes a lot easier, and you will start getting, real stuff that you could utilize because you've helped refine it and put in a lot of the parameters. One other tool is, and if you were doing blog posts or whatever, out nowadays there are AI detection tools, but as you start, whatever it is, I mean, if you're doing blog posts or writing articles, aren't they the same? You can refine it a bit more to be more creative and have more of your voice on it and different. And you could tailor it a bit. So you make it unique enough and provide enough information and help that the AI tools will think that it is pretty much human. And that's the other thing is this is a tool. It's how you use the tool, how you refine the tool. So getting used to doing AI prompts, chatGPT prompts is really, really, really important. So that's one thing I recommend. If AI tools or ChatGPT or anything like that is of interest to you, just get at it, try it, experiment with it, and you'll start to get the feel and knack of prompting. But the one thing I really love about ChatGPT is it just keeps remembering, because you can save the prompts. You could save the whole chat and conversation with what you did and go back to it later on. And that's the great thing is, like, as you're going through and, like, you're starting to get it to understand, how you write, what your tone of voice is. I like to have a little humor. Like, there's another one. I'll just hold on a second. I will just go ahead and switch it over. This is back over, here, developing a positive mindset. So I've gone through and done different things. Like, here's one. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was I was trying to change this, but I was trying to create an article with a voice similar to Jen Sincero, an author I really like. She does the badass book series, the You're a Badass. But I like her tone of voice. I like her humor, everything else. So I wanted to, and you could do that. You could, pick a different author that you like, how their tone of their writing, and it'll try and. And I'm sure if you What style of voice is this author? It would probably, well, let's find out. What style of voice, I think, I don't know, is author Jensen, woohoo, Chero. Oh, let's scroll down all the way to the bottom. Self-deprecating. There we go. So that'll fill it in. So you could do something, write an article that is sassy, witty, and straightforward. Something like that. So you could use those type of prompts to be able to do it. So one really cool thing is, I went through and had the article done. I think when it prompted, it started off because Jensen Jerome, she does have that, and most of her audience are in a female tone of voice. So it went there, and it's like, hey, it's your girl, Matt Berry, when it was trying to do the voice. So I asked it to rewrite it and not say, it's your girl, and say, hey, friends, it's Matt Berry. Give 3 examples of how to take action in your day. So it expanded on the article that I had done previously, and it gave 3 good examples of how, taking action motivates you, not motivation causes you to take action. Yeah, it's the other way around. So, and then I asked it to make me a script for a YouTube video. And see, the thing is that I have spent a whole lot of time adding things on. Like, I'm single. I like this. I like that. I use elevated and awesome in most of what I say. I have 2 corgis that are a big part of my life, Orbit and Astra. So, and I like to put humor in a majority of the articles I do. I like to always add humor. So, it took all of the prompts that I've been working on in this Develop a Positive Mindset chat. And so this is how it actually winds up explaining to me how I'm going to create this YouTube video. Intro music and animation. Matt Berry appears on camera. And then Matt. Hey there, friends. It's Matt Berry. And today we're talking about a topic that's essential to unlocking your full potential, or our full potential, and living an elevated and awesome life. Taking action. And then a B-roll shot, cut to a shot of Matt walking with his 2 corgis, Orbit and Astra, and then me talking. We all have dreams and goals that we want to achieve, but all too often we get stuck in the planning phase and never actually take action. But the truth is, taking action creates motivation, not the other way around. And then it goes to a cut shot of Matt sitting on a cozy chair with Orbit and Astra laying at his feet. And then Matt, when we take action, even if it's just a small step, we begin to build momentum. We start to see our goals are achievable and that we have the power to make them a reality. We become more confident and inspired, and that motivation begins to grow. Cut to a shot of Matt walking and talking with Orbit and Astra following behind. That would be a nice trick. I'd have to have somebody filming me, though. Matt. So, if you're feeling stuck and unmotivated, here are 3 ways to take action in your day. Number 1, start your day with a small task, whether it's going on a walk, writing in a journal, or meditating. Starting your day with a small task can help you set the tone for the rest of the day and build momentum. You see where that's going. So it lays out the whole thing, and where I could put some B-roll and cut shots, and then ending with some outro music. And then, ending with, so what are you waiting for? Get out there and take action. The world is waiting for you to elevate your awesomeness. And then end with an outro music and all that other stuff. So that is ChatGPT. Powerful, ain't it? So yeah, AI tools are here to stay, my friends. I suggest getting used to them, learning how to use them properly, and hopefully we can avert a disaster like in the Terminator movies. So, everybody have an amazing day, an awesome night. Bye, guys.